Our target is a syndicate leader. He is associated with several criminal organizations. And proficient with a laser sword.
The Empire tried to kill me. Their betrayal demands consequence. And that consequence requires a weapon. Together, we can destroy the Empire.
He wants to fight as allies.
The Empire may be our common enemy, but Maul will never be our ally.
We need to find him, whatever it takes.
This is escalating out of our hands. The Empire will want answers.
The Empire will lock this planet down.
Jedi, where is Maul? I'm right here. Let us have our revenge.
We're not gonna take out the whole Empire.
At last, we shall reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last, we will have our May the 5th revenge! Yes, that's right. Hello, Jill. How are you going?
Hello, Dion. I'm well.
I'm doing spectacularly. And also, welcome to our celebrity guest tonight. It's GONK, the GONK droid. Hey, how are you all going? Oh dear, he loves the GONK. Yes, we are so happy tonight that Quinny has taken a sabbatical and he's being filled in by someone who probably will do the same job.
I want to see GONK do the synopsis.
Yeah, I mean, how is the GONK going to do the synopsis? I'm not sure. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But like, thankfully Quinny's here in spirit. He's in the chat, so you can say hello and hello to the chat. Everyone, oh my god, this is great. Yeah. Yes. Well, finally, it's May, and this is the one that I have been waiting for, even though it's been delayed. And I'm actually kind of happy that it has been delayed.
It's very fortuitous where it happened to fall in its delay. So
yes,
it all worked out for the best.
It did. It worked out for the best. But again, I've been holding off for this one. And yes, look, it was Happy Star Wars Day yesterday. Technically today is Cinco de Mayo because we like the South American people's holiday, and tomorrow is
Revenge of the Sith.
Some people, it's a grey area.
Yeah, 5th and 6th, they sound very similar.
Yeah. So if you're a traditionalist, you could be it's Revenge of the 5th. If you're a new one, you could be like Revenge of the 6th. It's like, okay, but today we're going for Revenge of the 5th.
Yeah.
Yay! And we're doing Maul Shadow Lord, which is also a dumb name. I feel.
Why?
It feels very much like a silly overextension. I don't know. It's just to me. It's a personal thing. But it's not that big a deal. But it just feels a little silly, which is so annoying because it's such a good animated show that it's just like,
yeah,
okay.
And it is beautifully animated.
Yes.
Don't want to play my cards too early.
You don't? Are you sure?
Well, I mean, okay, I'll pose the question.
You pose a question, okay.
What is the point?
What is the point?
What is the point?
What do you mean, what is the point?
What's the point of this show? Who's it for?
To
What's
show
it accomplishing?
to show everyone how fucking cool it is.
No.
Because you introduce a fucking super amazing sort of look of a character in a movie and then you get rid of that character.
I mean, he was very short-lived in the prequels, yes, but we
Yeah.
had him for the entirety of Clone Wars. So what is the point of this series in particular?
I believe it's for the final episode. Because that's what fans have been dying for.
Okay, I feel like this could have been like a side quest episode within Clone Wars of like what happened on Jaddix. It didn't have to be 10 episodes, but that's my call.
Look, I'm not complaining because it's so cool.
Okay.
All right. And when you're going to sit there and go, what is the point, Jill? You've seen a lot of Star Wars stuff.
I have watched a lot of Star Wars.
And I mean, this is good Star Wars stuff. So take the win.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah. Like it's good. I mean, I can do without a few things. We can get into that. But Maul Shadow Lord is actually a really good addition to the franchise, in my opinion. And I will convince you. And also,
it was good.
GONK, what did you think? Yeah, exactly. He agrees with me. Or
Gonk
she.
says, shut the fuck
Yeah.
up.
Yeah, okay. Well, what about a synopsis? Do we have a synopsis, Jill?
Sure, let's get into the synopsis.
Should we? What
kind
is-
of a voice am
what-
I gonna attempt?
I want you to
I have to
do.
fill in for Quinny.
I know we've got a shit accent. Come on, it's gonna go there. You know what you're gonna do? I want you to give it your best glub shitto. Oh yes, that's it. Ash.
Shitter,
You know the
be
glub
whatever
shitto?
I want.
You know the glub shitto?
Yeah, but that just means I could do whatever I want.
Exactly.
Right?
Really? I mean, pick a stereotype and get just close enough to racism.
No.
Yeah, just
Not
close
doing
enough to
any,
racism.
No Twi'lek accents.
No, no Nemoidians.
No.
No Toydarians that only want money. No Chewbacca or Ewok ones either, because you can't really understand them.
nothing that's bleep bloops and
No.
or roaring.
No. I think someone in the chat earlier was like, "Oh, is it going to be a BB-8 or an R2-D2?" You just beep your way through it. But I've got a beeper. Yeah, I got a GONK droid right there.
Yeah, go.
He'll do it. He can just do it.
Oh.
We're going to do that for it. I don't know which one do you want to go for, Jill?
Christ, I'll just do my normal voice because nobody was helpful. There was no
Okay.
valid suggestion.
You're just going to do
can't
galactic
do-
basic.
I can't do beep boops because nobody was going to understand it.
Dear.
Okay, here we go. Around a year after the Clone Wars, former Sith Lord Maul rebuilds his criminal syndicate and seeks a new apprentice on the planet Janix during the reign of the Galactic Empire. Boop, 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 boop.
Beep, boop, boop.
Gonk.
Boop, 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 boop.
Thanks, Gonk.
Yeah, okay. That's a very kind of boring way of
It's
saying
short and sweet.
It's
but
short and
that's
sweet.
What it was about.
Yeah. Look, I mean, yeah, there is a point a point you're making. Why are we doing this?
Yeah.
Who is this for? I think this is
It's
for
for the
more
Dave
fans.
Filonis of the world.
Aren't we all Dave
Just wanna
Filoni in a small way?
Just
But
want to see more of their little fan fiction side stories.
Exactly, but this adds to the universe, which is great. And also, I mean, you watched the Clone Wars, didn't you?
I did.
And you enjoyed the Clone Wars.
I loved it.
Yeah, and you liked the Maul that they presented in the Clone Wars
Yes.
and Savage Press.
yeah.
Yeah.
And Ventrix.
And Ventress.
Ventress.
Yes.
Ventress.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, you like all of those things. So
Yeah.
getting a little bit more is good. And it's also trying to resolve what was universally panned as a movie, but actually is not too bad.
Clone Wars really made me appreciate the prequels.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I enjoy the prequel movies now because of the Clone Wars.
Yes. And also what I'm talking about though is Solo.
Is that a yes, Jill?
Well, no,
That was
it's
a
good.
very
Clone
patronizing yes.
I mean, not at all, because I like
No.
It's not a no. It's not a no, Jill. It's not a no. I'm gonna have to gonk myself. But I mean, I like how this one is making a good attempt at trying to link the Solo movie to the greater interesting narratives that were established in the Clone Wars. This feels like it's a Clone Wars side mission.
Yeah, I couldn't even tell you what Solo was about anymore.
Yeah. But but right at the end there, they had that like of Solo, and that's a spoiler for Solo, but whatever. You know,
A spoiler for a movie that came out 10 years ago.
yeah, okay. And it had it's Maul. Maul's been there. He's the one who's running Crimson Dawn.
Oh, wow.
Remember?
Okay, yep.
And
Forgot
then
everything that happened in Solo.
but this seems to be setting up how did Maul get there
Right.
before hopefully heading to the established canon of the clone of Rebels, which portrayed Maul's downfall at the hands of Obi-Wan on that, dark night on Tatooine.
Yeah. So we're not Spider Maul. We are Darthy Two Legs now.
Yes, Darthy Two Legs. And no, that's fine. We can call him the thing. Thank you, Adski's in there. There is a long explanation about how he got his legs back, but Jill, maybe you can sum up about how that happened.
I don't fucking remember.
It was in the Clone Wars.
Yeah, dude, that was ages ago. I watched that all during lockdown.
Yeah. Look
I
at
remember he had the spider legs, but
Yeah.
I don't remember him getting the two legs again.
Yeah. This is Adsky. Yes, it happened. Like Maul had spider legs, living on a junk planet, rescued by his brother, taken
Yeah.
back to the Dathomir homeworld. The Dathomir magic helped turn his legs
the
from
witches put his
that,
legs
but they're
back on.
basically just he's got legs again, but they're robot legs.
Yeah.
So he's kind of like a Darth Vader-ish thing, but he's got robot legs.
Yeah. The one mistake that they made when they gave him his legs was not like jack him up by another foot like they did with Anakin.
Well, this was that was Imperial technology, and remember, this is the Night Sisters, and they're just like, no, you just need standard legs, duh.
Yeah, like the Empire is definitely making up for shortcomings.
Yeah, they do the Cuban heel to make him feel taller.
They give him the lifts.
They gave Vader the lifts just to be like, oh no, he's totally 6'4". Says that on
He's
his.
always been this yoked guy.
Yeah. What are you talking about? Yeah, but Maul, and especially for anyone in the chat or listening that doesn't understand what happened, didn't he get cut in half in episode 1, Phantom? Yes, he did. And then it turns out he didn't die because his hate was sustaining him, much like
me.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the only thing that keeps me alive.
Yes, exactly. But as we've
I hate
learned
him.
now, getting stabbed with a lightsaber or having a lightsaber cut to you doesn't actually do anything because
No, it just cauterizes the wound where it cuts you in half.
it doesn't kill like the Sith, but it kills Jedi because they don't have enough hate. I'm guessing. I'm just
Yeah.
making shit up.
Those weak fucking Jedi.
Yeah, the weak fucking. But anyway, Maul's back. He's got robot legs. At one point, in the Clone Wars, he ended up becoming the leader of Mandalore.
I forgot this part too. I'm like, wow, how do you get these Mandalorians to work for him?
Yeah, and because in this cartoon show, he's running a criminal underground organization with Mandalorians, and you're like, why? And I'm like, well, Rook Cast is kind of like, she's on the thing like, well, technically he's still the leader. He didn't actually lose the Darksaber, so yeah.
I need to go back and watch Clone Wars again, obviously.
No, yeah. And I see Quinny just chirping from the side. No, he's not leader of the Death Watch. He won the Darksaber in combat, so he becomes the leader of Mandalore.
GONK.
Fine. Anyway, but that's not what this show about, because he's already lost the leadership of Mandalore because Mandalore got glassed. And he also lost the Darksaber. Anyway, but in this series, this is more about what is Maul doing in the shadows. It doesn't really feature any of your known characters that we have established because it is part of the Empire time. So the Empire is locking down the galaxy and, doing their nefarious plans. And basically Maul's on the run, Jedi are on the run, everyone's on the run. And then you get the situation that happens in the show, which kind of was a bit boring for a little bit.
Yeah, honestly, the first couple of episodes, I'm like, oh boy,
Yeah.
what is the point?
Yeah.
It kind of took a bit of warming up to really get into it. And even, I guess, by about episode 7 and 8, I was still kind of like, sure, like I'm into the story now, but also still not quite getting the point. And then episode 9, I'm like, this is sick. I love these fights. And then, yeah, end of episode 9, it was like, holy shit, give me episode 10. And so, yeah, 9 and 10, 9 and 10 were wild. They were fantastic episodes.
But also,
But like to have 8 before that are like semi-mediocre, I'm like, it shouldn't have taken me 4 hours to get to something that was this phenomenal. Like, I would have just been happy to see those last 2 episodes is like, hey, check out this sick fight.
I feel like you were being a bit harsh, Jill.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. And, you know, it hurts a little bit.
Oh.
Not because you have there's some justifiable things there, of course. I get it. But I felt like it was only a couple of episodes that I felt were a bit weird. The rest of it, I thought there was enough action and interest and stuff going on with that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, okay. Hey,
I mean, there's a story being told about like Maul trying to catch the attention of Padawan and perhaps turn her to become his apprentice. And that there's kind of some interesting stuff there, but it's all extremely drawn out. And then we have like the randoms that we happen to encounter on Janix as part of like the police force and how they get mixed up in all of this. And like, honestly, none of the actions that happened in this show would have occurred if that fucking police droid hadn't called the Empire.
But
this whole show wouldn't exist if it wasn't for fucking Two Boots.
Fucking Two Boots. Richard Ayoade doing another droid in another series. And I gotta say, he's more irritating in this one. I gotta say, it's like, stop letting Richard Ayoade do droids. It's just,
Look, a police protocol droid this time.
Yeah. Look, you know, it's not unfair for you to have those criticisms. Because it's a little bit like, why are we following this weird police procedural kind of thing that's happening over here? And I don't really give a shit about that. But I also have to say, once it ramps in and it gets reported to the Empire that there's a verified sighting of Maul, and then the Empire shows up, that's when the series just takes like, that's just push the throttle forward and just like, we're going to do all this shit now because Star Destroyers arrive. Fucking stormtroopers.
Inquisitors arrive.
Yeah, stormtroopers arrive. Planets get a lockdown. Inquisitors start showing up. And also Inquisitors that are, like, canonically in our brains at the moment, dead. Because one came from Ahsoka, so Marok, the first brother. We first saw him in Ahsoka, where he died a pimp's death. I don't know how to say. He went out cold.
Was he the Death Eater one or the Snake Eyes one?
The snake, the one with the full metal thing.
Yeah,
not
the one that looks like Snake Eyes from
Yeah. Oh, that's Snake Eyes. Yeah. Sure. Yes, he's the Snake Eyes one, and then you've got the Death Eater or the Skull Mask one, who's the 11th brother, who we saw in Star Wars Visions, who was killed by Ahsoka Tano.
Yes, I do remember seeing that one.
What's really annoying about both of these things is both of these Inquisitors are killed by Ahsoka Tano. And I gotta be, but also it was kind of like, these guys look cool. They didn't do shit. Nope. In this one, they are like, right. Okay. This is why they were cool and feared and interesting. So this is really good. You know, you're adding depth and character to characters that didn't exist. I liked the introduction of the 2 Jedi that were on the run, the Master and the Padawan.
Yeah. Daki,
Yep.
and Devon.
And Devon, I think they're actually great. And I was going to say, hang on, who's Ducky? He's yeah, that's right, Dennis Haybert.
Yeah, the president from 24.
Exactly. It's a great voice. He's got a great voice, so you kind of
He
feel
does have a great
reassured
voice.
and happy. And he's also a pretty good Jedi, you know. He's got his old things, but I mean, the show is really about Maul, and the show goes to great lengths to try to give him a bit more backstory and turn him into a tragic figure. And my question to you, Jill, do you
Yes.
think it worked to turn him into a more sympathetic character?
I was already sympathetic to him in the Clone Wars, so it didn't have to do any heavy lifting.
No heavy lifting whatsoever.
Already on board with Maul.
Yep.
Like, yes, he was a tragic character.
Yep.
I think anybody ripped from Dathomir was a tragic character.
Sure. And it's interesting because I've seen some interviews with Sam Witwer, who does the voice and the acting, basically, because
Yeah.
he also got to be a bit like, he went full committed to this. He dressed himself in the Sith tats and everything and went the whole, like, you know, didn't paint himself red, but like definitely got himself into character, where he was talking about those visions that we see in this series being unreliable. Because he's like, they're force visions. They're never accurate.
Right.
In fact, that's what Yoda tells us in episode 5. You know,
You have to interpret your spirit quest. It's not just going
exactly.
to tell you what to do.
I saw a vision of the future, and that wasn't actually what happened. And that's kind of a little underlying theme across all the Star Wars stuff. You know, Anakin's concerned about his vision of the future for Padme, so he makes bad choices.
Yeah.
Everyone in, like, Luke makes a bad decision by going to Cloud City because he saw his friend in danger. Like, there is a whole bit about this in Star Wars.
Yeah.
So it's really interesting how they added those bits in. They're like, oh, we're fleshing more about Maul. And it's like, nah. Yes, Quinny, ads are annoying, but ads also pay for tiny amounts of things. Or if you would like to donate to the Ko-fi, happy to take you a little bit of money. And so we could go ad free. That would be lovely. I'd love to be able to go ad free, but I can't. Anyway, back to Maul.
Yeah, like Karina's talking about if it feels like it's adding to the overall world building, it would be worth the investment. But I mean, the episodes are only like 20 to 25 minutes each. It's really like taps in under 5 hours. So
Yeah.
that's like a Sunday morning if you wanted to just chuck on a couple of episodes.
Yeah, it's not like...
It's not a heavy time sink.
No, and because they were releasing them 2 episodes at a time per week, 2 episodes feels like a longer episode.
Yeah.
Which is fine. So technically there's only really like 4 episodes. So, you know, and then it ramps up.
Oh my God.
Which I really, really quite
I'm
enjoyed.
looking forward to spoiler time where we can talk about episode 9 and 10.
And I mean, this is going to be interesting. Shout out in the chat if you've watched it. Just so I'd like to know how many people have actually seen it.
Yeah, I don't want to ruin it for anyone.
Yes.
You guys are planning to watch it.
No, I definitely don't want to ruin it for anyone. Although you better be getting on it real quick because Spoiler Town is running overtime at the moment. Also, you know, it was May the 4th.
Yep.
That's when the final 2 episodes came out. These 2 episodes are great, and then they just got merchandising that they're just throwing out there.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, as an extension of like that whole Clone Wars universe, Rebels universe, that kind of stuff, it's definitely worth a watch.
Yeah. Look, it's Star Wars, but it's also a good example of side story Star Wars. Lots of lightsabers, lots of other things. But I would like to talk about how pretty it is.
Oh my God.
It's not as pretty as you, Jill, or you, GONK.
It's pretty incredible though.
Yeah, it's a deviation from the established animation style. It's different from Clone Wars, which feels 3D animated. It's different from Rebels, which felt a little bit more painterly in the backgrounds. And I feel like in this one, they've just
like cell shady kind of.
Yeah, this one feels like it's coming off a brush.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, and it was really heartening also to learn that the matte paintings, the backgrounds, are actual paintings.
Because you know what? That first episode really gave me like Batman Adventures vibes. Like the cityscapes and stuff were very Gotham-esque, and
Yeah.
like the music and the soundscape that it kind of built too.
Mm.
So like if people really liked that was no the animated series, Batman the animated series. Sorry, I'm getting it confused with its comic book version. But yeah, definitely those kind of vibes.
Yeah.
It was cool.
And it was interesting because they've established this as like a commercial city, outer rim, not directly there.
So
It gave them
Janix
something to
is
play
a
with.
planet that we've never visited before, correct?
No, it's new for this series, and it's just one of those planets in the outer rim that's doing its own thing, has an industry.
It's reminiscent of Coruscant if you want to think of like a city version, but then it had like a foresty kind of.
Yeah, well, they spent most of the time, like the first 9 episodes in the city.
In the city.
Or the Undercroft or and that sort of stuff. They didn't go out onto the planet, which was good until the last episode. So it's a new city, new people, but yeah, painted beautifully, has a very gritty and earthy feel to it. It is supposed to be about people in the underground, people on the run, everything's there, but they still made it look really interesting.
Yeah.
And when you get that really dynamic action stuff that that they're doing, like, you know, Darth Maul fighting and doing all that kind of stuff, it felt interesting because everything was a bit painterly in the background. You didn't have to be so crisp and clear with the animation, but I think that they are clear with it, so it sort of added to this really polished effect. You look at it and you go, it's not finished, and then when you look at it more closely, like, oh, it's very well finished. Everything's working beautifully in this. And I thought it was just a step up in animation. Yeah,
for sure.
You know,
Adsky wants to know if they need to watch the later seasons of Clone Wars to get references in this. And I would probably say no, because I don't think there were a lot of references. If there were any, it's stuff that you know outside of Clone Wars.
Yeah. I mean, if you know Order 66, Jedi on the Run, underground criminal syndicates, still trying to make pikes a thing. Yeah, they've decided to lean into having another criminal syndicate called the Pikes, whatever. You know, like, you don't need to know any more than that. I feel like it does stand alone because it's set on a distinct separate planet, and then not asking you to learn stuff as you go in.
Yeah.
I feel like it's good. Yeah, you don't actually have to. You just have to know who Maul is. You know, what was Order 66? Who's Darth Maul? End of story.
Yeah.
I mean, it would help if you understood. My only thing would be like, you know, Sidious, who was Maul's master, tried to murder Maul and killed his brother in the Clone Wars cartoon.
Sure,
so that makes sense.
They do reference that, but you get it from the context anyway.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
And especially like with the referencing him like ruling Mandalore, and you're like, oh, okay, well, I didn't know that, but now I know. Like, it's stuff that doesn't matter. It's inconsequential.
Yeah, you'll pick it up with context clues.
Yeah.
Yeah, and your audiences are smart. It's fine. You know, you got good guys and bad guys. Bad guys have red lightsabers. Good guys have blue lightsabers. That's how that works.
Yeah.
Look, you know, I'm trying to talk about it without spoiling anything. If you're paying close attention, I really enjoyed the sound design. And you know, another thing I learned about while like looking at the special the special background stuff on this was that Sam Witwer's scream like is built into the movement of his lightsaber.
Ooh,
so
that's cool.
You can hear this weird kind of like screaming thing, and because when he's throwing it, like they actually just took his like a bunch of screams that he did and added that to it, and it was like, ooh, interesting.
That's cool.
And at one point he does that. Do you remember episode 3 when you know Samuel L. Jackson goes to arrest Ian McDiarmid? Yeah, and he does that fucking 720 from a standing start and spins.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Darth Maul does that in this show. And I feel like it's just a bunch of like, oh, did you take a bunch of crazy ideas and just try to make them work by replicating them in a way that's maybe a little cooler? It's like, yes. Thank you, Dave Filoni. You're trying to make all of George Lucas's creative decisions really pay off. Yeah. But I like, yeah. It's been fun. Now, is there anything else that we can talk about non-spoilery?
Quinny wants to know who are our favourite characters or new additions to the canon.
Or new additions. I gotta say Devon.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a surprise.
Yeah.
Unlike Omega from the Bad Batch, which is a little bit love-hate. You know, it's kind of like,
You're forced to have to endure Omega.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought Devon was actually a really well done character. And I understand what they're doing. And it's really good because Maul throughout this series is basically trying to get an apprentice. And it shows how deviously manipulative he is about this, because he's tried, you find it later when he tries with Ezra Bridger to get an apprentice at that point, which is in the future. So I'm just a little bit like, ooh, interesting. What happened to
but you
Devon?
also get to kind of see the war, but within Devon of her, like, yes, I'm a Padawan, I'm a Jedi's apprentice. In the era of Order 66, I am on the run, but also I don't have blind faith in the light side of the Force. Like, she is still questioning the Force and what it can do. So yeah, to see her, I suppose, on one hand be manipulated by Maul, but also be open to what he's trying to show her. Getting to see her warring that within herself was really cool.
Yeah. And I'm looking forward to seeing how that goes in season 2.
Is there a season 2?
I hope there's a season 2. Come on, they left it very open to be like,
did.
hey, if you like it, we'll do more. I'm like, yeah, please. That'd be real good.
I mean, yeah, getting to the end of episode 10, I'm like, sure, I'll watch more of this.
Yeah, absolutely.
Took me a while to get there.
100%. It's always a bit weird. Sometimes you're like, ooh, is this going to be any good? And it's like, maybe we could take it or leave it. To be fair, and two, I've gone back and I've started rewatching Acolyte.
Oh, yeah?
And not without its flaws, but it doesn't deserve the hate it gets. It's not actually a terrible
really
show.
Good things to say.
Yeah.
Specifically about how the Jedi are blindly faithful and aren't all they're cracked up to be.
I feel like some of the cast could have done with a bit more refining.
I think the whole storyline needed to change.
Yeah, a little bit. But ultimately, not as terrible as everyone's making it out to be.
Sure.
Yeah.
It's funny how like other series can make you revise your thoughts about something entirely different.
But at least this one is more like, hey, this is a good season, right? And everyone's like, yeah, it's actually really good. We like this. Thanks. More Maul, please.
What do we think of the cop character called Lawson? As if that's not on the fucking nose. Come on, guys.
Yes.
Our police captain called Lawson.
I'll be happy when they move on from needing a thing. Like, I mean, I kind of like this because it's it seems to me occasionally when they introduce a young male adolescent character who was supposed to follow that. I like that they kind of did this. They're like, here's 2 young adolescents, one male, one female. And as you progress through, you're like, oh, I don't really give a shit about this humanoid dude who doesn't have a point. But I do like the female young Jedi. Great. She's got more interesting things. But yeah, I mean, some people like Spybot.
Yes, Spybot.
I wasn't a big fan of Spybot.
Oh. I mean, if I was going to emotionally attach to any droid, it was going to be Spybot.
Yeah,
Definitely not Two Boots.
No, Two Boots is like, I mean, I like Rook Cast, but that's because she's doing what Mandalorians should be doing, just standing in the background looking cool and occasionally kicking ass and keeping their mouth fucking shut.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So like the better version of Sabine.
Yeah, kind of like. No, Sabine's fine. She's an artist who is a warrior.
Okay.
And this one's just like, I'm a warrior who's fucking living in a sewer. I do like how they made the rest of the Mandalorians out to just be ruthless mercenaries.
Yeah.
Great. It's kind of like,
That
okay.
bitch one that died because he wanted the money.
Yeah.
Like, oh well, you got what you deserve.
But that's kind of what they've been, reduced to, which is, what do? Well, we do, if you got money, if you pay us,
Yeah.
we'll shoot people. And you stop paying, then they're like, don't care. Bye. Yeah, it was good. I liked Eeko-Dio Daki. He grew on me as a character.
Okay.
I don't think there's any need to stay on that planet or revisit that or go through any of this stuff again. I don't need Two Boots to come back in the season. I'm pretty happy for the Lawsons to just, drop off at a planet and fuck off.
Yeah.
It's kind of fine. Now the stuff that's interesting now is, Maul and whatever he's going to do and how he gets to the point where he's running the underground thing. And, they introduced or reintroduced, what's his name? Dryden Vos, that's right.
Yeah.
Who was in Solo, which is Paul Bettany.
Right.
Yes. I feel like they could have tried to get Paul Bettany. He's technically part of the Disney universe, so fine, because the voice actor who did the Dryden Vos in this didn't sound like Dryden Vos, but also that was a bit of a useless character.
Yeah, it was just means to an end.
Yeah, it just felt like they were ticking off a box to get him in there.
Sure. Do you want to rate this?
Yes, I will. Before going into spoilery stuff, also I would love to shout out to the 11th brother and the first brother.
Yeah.
The two Inquisitors, who finally,
Snake Eyes and the Death Eater.
yes, finally get to show us why Inquisitors are kind of fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
Mainly because of the interrogation scene.
Oh, right.
That's the only reason I thought like they were better. Like we know that Inquisitors can fight and they can do the spinning, they have this stupid spinny lightsaber that, that
but
does
we want
around.
to see them do their inquiries.
Yeah, do that. And we get to see a bit of that. It's a little bit of the old police procedural of like, oh, I'm in a room and then someone comes in who's got the power of the Force, who's just malevolent and sort of does the old Krennic bit on the top of the head. It's just like, you're in trouble now. Tell me. Yes. So I liked both of them. I like the expansion they gave. Okay. Do you have a rating, Jill?
No, you go first.
Okay. GONK, do you have a rating? Perfect. 100. No notes.
GONK. So biased.
GONK rates it. Look, I'm gonna give it 95.
Whoa!
I really thought it was great, and I don't usually engage with animation so quickly. Like even Rebels, I was a bit like, ooh, nah. And then Clone Wars. After the first season, I was like, that's a bit of a piece of shit. I know, right? Like you think I love everything. I don't, and we will never speak of Resistance ever. Yeah. Stop trying to make post a thing. Anyway, no, this one I really thought it added great bits. It's beautifully presented. I gave a shit about it, and I feel like it just once it started running on like after episode 3, like when you started getting into it, I was like, oh fuck, and then it just ramps right up to the last episode where I was like, perfect last episode, excellent. Haven't felt that way since Rogue One.
Wow.
You remember that scene in Rogue One, don't you, Jill?
Yes.
Save that for the spoilers.
Yes.
There's mine, 95.
Wow. Okay. Look, I'd give 95 just for like the last 2 episodes, but then it took me a while to get into the enjoyment of this show. So I'm going to come down to like 83.
83. Oh.
83. Overall, like, I mean, I have to spread it out across 10 episodes where it just, it took me a bit to get into it, and I did find it majority-wise a bit pointless.
Okay.
But those final 2 episodes like really turned me around, and that was so cool. And then I'm like, yes, the joy of like just Star Wars animation. But yeah.
Okay.
It didn't hit 100% for me.
That's fair enough, Jill. Maybe you can have a rewatch of it and see how you...
Don't.
No, that's good. Okay, let's go. And I want to go to this clip, which is one of those ones where we get to see Maul attacking stuff. But
Okay.
I need to point
Stuff.
out, well,
And things.
he's attacking something. But in this, because, you know, Sam Witwer also played Starkiller in the Force Unleashed video games, which I'm sure, Jill, you're very well acquainted with.
Oh, GONK.
100%. Yep.
Mm.
Okay, gone. But I just need to explain that in those Star Wars Force Unleashed video games, there's quick time events where you have to press the buttons in the sequence
Yes.
in order for it to do things. And one of them that happens a little bit is Starkiller taking down an ATST. And they did the same takedown
Oh, did they?
for the ATST that they used in Maul, and having Sam Witwer do it. And I was feel like this is too close
Okay.
to not be a direct reference. So let's just go have a look at Darth Maul doing what Darth Maul does.
Sick.
Call for backup. Sir, comms are down. All troopers, open fire. Blast him!
I guess so much for stealth.
Yes, I too would be looking like that, Devon. And I'm like, holy shit, did you just cut an ATST in half
Yeah.
with your
Cool guys
lightsaber?
walk away from explosions. or
Exactly.
Whatever it was.
Yeah. Cool guys don't look back at explosions; they just walk away
That's
from them.
it.
There you go.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah, and that's right, Casper. Yes, it's fucking gorgeous. It's really, really quite beautiful, and because 90% of it's set in a city or in an urban landscape like that, it plays so much with that beautiful shadows and reflections and neon lights on dark, boring surfaces and wet to play interesting light things. And it's great. It's really pretty to watch, and you could take bits and pieces. Now, I haven't put the spoiler warning. Thank you, GONK, reminding me. Yep. Okay, I'm going to put the spoilers up. Oh no, that's Gonky's one. No, there we go. Okay, cool. Spoilers are coming now. And if anyone wants to go off, yes, see you later, Q. Thanks very much. Thanks for joining in. Get better soon. We'll see you soon. And if anyone else is worried about avoiding spoilers, that's okay. You can dip out. Come back after you've seen it. It's only 10 episodes. You'll be able to do it. You know, you can binge it in a day. Now, Jill,
Yes.
what do you want to talk about?
The Vader of it all.
The Vader of it all. Do you think it was this whole
Okay.
thing?
Here's the thing. Episode 9 was so incredible. Like, it was peak of this series. Like, we have this incredible fight between the two Inquisitors, the two Jedis, and Maul. They're all trying to get away from the Empire. It's becoming very feudal. They're trying to get across this toxic swamp. And so the stakes are so high, and people are dropping left and right. And there's just like going around, and it was like, oh, this is so cool, this is incredible, oh, this is such a good fight, such a good fight. And they get out into like this landscapey, amazing scenery, like beautiful, like jungle temple kind of thing, and there's mist and fog everywhere, and you just hear it.
Yeah.
The
Yes.
and you're like, oh, like,
Do you know what my single happiest part when I think about it, about seeing Vader in this? He never speaks.
no,
None of the
in the whole, like his appearance at the end of episode 9 and
Yep.
for the whole of episode 10, he does not utter a single word.
doesn't say a fucking word. He's just there to get a job done, and the job is Maul.
Yeah,
I am going to fuck
Darth's
this
job
guy up.
is Maul.
Yeah. Is to Maul,
Yeah.
which he does.
And like Anakin and Maul, did they ever meet?
No. No, remember, because Anakin, as a tiny boy,
Yeah,
was
Anakin
blowing
never
up.
met-
Well, I mean, he saw Maul
Okay.
because he was in the cockpit, and Maul showed up, and then the two
But the
Jedi. So
first time he meets Maul, he's Vader.
yeah, pretty much. And by not having them interact in
Mm.
any way apart from just "I'm going to kill you now," was just like,
Yeah.
oh, this is peak, and this is something fans have been dying for
Yeah,
years.
it was pretty sick.
Yeah.
And honestly, like the zero prejudice attack style of Vader in that final episode was
Yeah.
just like insane.
Yeah, relentless Frankenstein.
Yeah, it
And-
was just, he was fucking hack and slash.
Yep, he was
Like nobody could touch him
no.
except Ducky got a shot in, and then
Yeah.
it was all over for Ducky.
Yeah. You only got to get a little bit in on Vader. you
Yeah,
know.
he got a lick, and it's like, oh, it's over for you, son.
I mean, it was really interesting, watching all this show, and the cool thing about it is it being hunted by the Inquisitors, and it starts with one Inquisitor and then a second Inquisitor, and then it just built. Then you were not really expecting that at the end of that thing. And it's like, oh fuck, Vader's here. Oh shit. Oh shit. Like
Yeah.
shit, son.
But like when they get away from the Inquisitors in like the underground
Yep.
toxic swamp,
Yeah.
and then the Inquisitor's like, oh, let him know they're coming to him,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh, who are they talking about?
Have they got another Inquisitor? Is there
Who are they
someone else
talking
there?
about? Yeah.
Yeah. And then just that the way you always want to introduce Vader in any sort of scene is you just hear the breath, and then you see the lightsaber, and then
the mist and the
Yeah.
fog clears, and like there's the silhouette, and
Yeah.
then the
Yeah.
and you're like,
just like
it's
the
like they sent the tank, guys. It's over.
just like the Rogue One corridor scene where it's like,
yeah.
what's that? It's like,
Yeah,
oh
yeah,
fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I mean, look, I'll give a little bit to Maul here. He's been fighting a lot. He's not at his top of his game. He's basically half man.
Yeah,
He's
one
been
of his
injured.
little leggies is like
Yep.
short circuiting.
Yeah, one of his little legs has already been damaged, and he's had shit thrown on him, and he's had to survive, and he's a bit beaten up, and he's a bit fucked. And I understand, because there's always that thing like, who would win between Darth Vader and Darth Maul? And like, well, you got to admit, both of them are fucked up people, and they're basically half robots anyway. But this was just cool to watch.
But like Maul at half strength could like hold his own against Vader, and that was pretty sick.
Yeah, and it's always been that one. I think they did it. They did it in some comic run, I think, where they put Anakin at his prime and Darth Maul or Vader at his prime and Darth Maul with his legs, kind of thing. And I think Vader still won, but this one at least is giving us an interesting.
But this is like fresh Vader too.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Anakin hasn't been Vader for that long in this timeline.
No, and like one of the things I think people kind of forget about with Darth Vader is in excruciating pain the entire time. The suit isn't built to make him comfortable. The suit is to keep him in a perpetual state of agony. So, because that's what's fueling him. And it's really interesting. I just liked it though, because you're quite right. Vader is the tank, and the tank is coming in, and people are like, "Oh, we're going to try and beat this tank," and then after a while, they're like, "Fuck, we can't beat this tank." Is this tank
Not
playing
without
with us?
sticks and rocks.
No, it's like, is this tank playing with? And also, you got to remember this time too. There were 2 Inquisitors there as well. So Maul
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
Eki,
the 2 Jedi and Maul going up
Devon.
against Vader and 2 fucking Inquisitors. Like,
and 2 really good Inquisitors, because that's the
Yeah.
thing. You know, we watched the 11th brother get fucking taken out like a piece of piss, which was bullshit in the Visions thing, because it's like, why give us a really good looking Inquisitor and then they die shittily. And then you've got Marek, who, you know, dies in Ahsoka. But it takes a good thing of taking those 2 characters and going, no, they're actually really good. And this is when they were just starting out. And then other shit happened later that made them probably not so good, you know? Which is kind of what I was just like, oh, good. But yeah, look, it's a great series. And I think it ramped up to that right thing now. And I don't know where they go, but it could be interesting. I've got a couple of theories. I've seen some theories that I might agree with. One of the theories that I thought was a bit of a stretch, but is interesting, is that Rook Cast, the Mandalorian, she's actually the armorer.
okay.
Yeah, that was one that came out
cool.
like, she becomes the armorer.
That's cool. Yeah.
Which could make sense, because, you know, still doggedly following, you know, Maul,
Sure.
you know, still adhering to old things. So that was, I don't know if that's going to be real. And the other one, which is interesting, there's a side character that came out in the comics that people really like called Darth Talon, which is a Twi'lek Jedi. And she looks basically like Darth Maul, red, and then all of the Sith tattoos all over her. And she came in later. And some people were like, hey, Devon.
Yeah.
She could be Darth Talon. And
Totally.
and it was like, oh, okay, I think we could get there. That could be interesting.
How did you feel about Devon's turn?
I don't think she's turned yet.
Okay.
I feel like she's definitely on that path. And I got a lot more than the Acolyte one. Can't remember that name now. But I totally get it. Like, this is a really, you were talking earlier how it's a bit slow and things don't go. This, I think that helped Devon's story by going, she's on the run, she's just scared all the time. Then the scared part turns into frustration, and the frustration turns into anger.
Yeah.
And
I mean, you see that with like her being dogged by Daki a lot of the time, of like, you know, you got to be virtuous, you know, wear the Jedi, wear the light side of the Force, you know, you got to be kind and you got to be good and you have to be honest and you can't steal and you can't kill people and this, that. But she's just being like, day after day, like punched down and like on the run and fearing for her life. So when you have somebody like Maul come into her life and say, oh, you know, things don't have to be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or just that kind of thing, like, I'm not going to help you, save yourself.
Yeah.
You know?
But you do see like the cogs turning in her throughout the series. So getting to that point and then, seeing Darky die and then, she lets the rage in.
I also love how Darky's kind of a half-sized alien, because it was almost Yoda-ish, but not quite Yoda-ish. But I liked watching that turn, or the slow turn for Devon. And I feel like that fits really well with Maul's character. He's not someone who allows his hate to make him make bad, like stupid choices. Like, he's still smart. He just knows where to apply the hate and that fury at the right time. So it's really interesting. So I'm looking forward to seeing where season 2 goes. They can drop some dead weight. That's okay. But I mean, they kind of did that because they almost had a total party kill just before the last episode. And you're like, Jesus Christ, okay. You introduce all these cool characters and then you just start offing them like it's no such thing. And you're like, oh, I don't want to see all them die. I mean, stormtroopers doesn't matter. They're all faceless.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, it's good.
Well, they're all Tim. They do have like a face.
Yes.
Just the same one.
I mean, it was interesting because they had the LAAT troop carriers, which are left over from the Clone Wars, and I should have put two and two together because when they got outside and they're like, "Oh, there's this shuttle that's flying around," and I was like, "Oh, that's a Lambda class shuttle." It's like, "Oh, that's Vader's shuttle, right? Yeah, okay."
GONK.
Fine, fine. I'm allowed to gonk out. It's my national
You
religious
are.
holiday. Was yesterday.
Yesterday.
I'm glad to
That's
be
all
honest.
right.
Yeah.
Give me the week.
Give me the week. It's good. Look, Maul Shadow Lord, excellent addition to the canon, and just some fun bits and pieces. Yeah.
Yep.
I'm enjoying it. I'm glad you enjoyed it, even though it was a bit too long
In
for you,
the
Jill.
end,
Yeah.
yes, I did like it in the end.
It's not too hard. It's about a half a day.
Yeah, exactly.
About a half a day's watching, but it's worth it. Yep.
Yep.
So glad I ordered the toys before seeing a single episode.
Oh
I was
God!
like-
Yeah, blind faith.
A little bit of blind faith. All right. Yep. It was just like that. Yes. And if anyone else has been playing along in their collector vision, it was May the 4th yesterday. And Jesus Christ, my credit card took a fair whack at some of the stuff that came out.
The force was with your plastic.
Yep. Plastic. Jesus. See the question in the chat there. How many Legos? Not showing you. Not happening.
It's not the Legos you need to worry about. It's the Black Series collection.
It's the ignorance is bliss. I can't actually. I would turn off the background and show the collection, but I had to move it. Long story short, yeah,
How convenient.
yeah. I had to move two fucking full cabinets, and so I still haven't got them back because there's only so many hours in the day. Takes a long time. We'll get there one day. Okay. Well.
Yeah. What are you?
Thanks,
doing?
Jill. Thanks,
doing
Gonk.
next week?
What are we doing next week?
Yeah.
Well, Jill.
Did you forget?
No, I'm just trying to figure out a way to frame it without doing the scream. But yeah. We're coming back next Tuesday to do Mortal Kombat. Yeah, next week. Next week, Mortal Kombat 2, which is out on Thursday. Yes, it's out on Thursday. You can go and see it and then come back and we can talk all about the Mortals of Kombat, or the second one from the first one.
How many spines were pulled out of bodies? How many still beating hearts?
Nope, they are still leaning into the horror, like the gore element.
Okay.
Because there's a few bits and pieces like that.
So it's still a bit PG.
No, very definitely like MA15 plus. Yeah, look, we'll do that. We'll come back, and I think Quinny will be back for this one.
Good. Because
yes.
I can't be bothered.
Oh, you will. We'll convince you,
I
Jill.
don't want to spend my money on Mortal Kombat 2.
Well, hey, you don't want the Shao Kahn popcorn bucket?
Oh no!
That stuff. Yes, Karina. Yes, we got Josh Lawson is back as Kano.
Kano.
Fucking Kano. Doing great things in that role. But yeah, look, it's back. It's bigger. It's got more characters. The lineup's there. It still doesn't do test your might, and I'm so pissed about that. Why haven't they done the mini game yet? That would be fun. But yeah.
Characters you didn't know existed.
Characters we didn't know existed. Yes. Characters that were introduced last time have come back again, and we're returning to Outworld to fight the evil, nefarious people who run every existence, or so if the ability to invade places is decided by a fighting tournament for people who don't know they're in a fighting tournament. What the fuck is that, man?
Yeah.
It's like, you've been selected for Mortal Kombat. I'm Tim, and I work in, accounting. But I got this tattoo that appeared yesterday. I thought I just got drunk, and now I'm fighting. That's kind of how it felt. It was like, these people don't want to be fighting, and yet you're the champion. Why? Why are you the champion? You're going to die.
Well, I'll give you a review for free. I saw Devil Wears Prada 2 on the weekend.
Oh,
Not worth the price of admission.
was it like
If you need to see it, just wait till it's on streaming.
was it like Florals in Spring?
Yeah, not exactly groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Worst script of all time.
Oh no.
Definitely up there for every solution that we just like every problem we just created, the solution was solvable within 5 minutes.
Right.
Yeah.
So not as good as the
entirely.
first one?
I mean, the first one is good because, it's based off a book and they did the story. The second one is just, we have to invent something. And it was entirely
Right.
pointless.
Right. It's like
Yeah, Karina, it's fine. For 2 hours, I was bored.
oh.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll just go back and watch the first one again.
Watch the first one and then just wait for streaming. Like, the only thing that was you really go to see is the fashion, and I will tell you the fashion was lacking. There were no like jaw-dropping moments except for like Miranda in the red dress that you see in all of the trailers and the promotional posters. There's no
Right.
other like stun moment, and if you don't know what fashion designers look like, you're not going to get any of the cameos. So
Oh.
yeah, so I'm like, oh, there's so there. It's like
Yes.
that part was fun, but like everything else was like, wow.
Right.
Yeah.
Kind of felt like they were just churning out a sequel for sequel's sake.
100%.
100%.
A 20-year later sequel as a cash grab.
Oof. Oofed.
Yeah. Oofed.
I've never watched anything that's just a cash grab.
I mean, what about the 10 episodes we just spoke about?
Hey. I'm not, yeah. I'm quite well aware of my adherence to this franchise. Yes. All right.
There was a moment in Devil Wears Prada 2 where like probably the greatest callback, she's wearing the cerulean jumper again at the end of the film. They don't even reference it, but if you know, you know.
Cool.
Yep. That was about it.
Well, here's hoping for Practical Magic 2.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh, no. All these 20-year later sequels.
Oh no,
guys.
it's same thing, Tari. You know, it's like, oh
Why?
no. Well, it's like Bill and Ted's. What was the one that they finally did?
Oh, yeah. What was that one that we saw?
The third one, which was just like, okay,
Yeah.
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 Nostalgia's
Yeah.
fine, right? Like,
They're trying to really dive into us millennials' pockets on
Yeah.
these nostalgia train.
that's why I'm just
movie
thankful that
sequels.
they only ever made 3 Indiana Jones films. Yep.
dear.
3 Indiana Jones films.
Yes.
That's it. Speaking of
Two that
Indiana
shall
Jones.
not be named.
Yeah. They don't exist. What are you talking about?
No.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Anyway, we'll see you all next week for some
Yes.
Mortal Kombat and some 90s techno, which is a little bit of a spoiler. They don't use the 90s techno in this film,
Aw.
and it disappointed the fuck out of me.
Oh dear.
I was like, oh, I wanted it to come in at the opening credits, and I was like, just do a little
Yeah.
bit of 90s techno. And I was like, nah. Oh, fuck's sake.
That's your early review, guys.
Yeah.
No 90s techno, so it sucked.
Yeah. At the start.
Okay.
But it doesn't even come in a fight. So, next week. Come back next week.
That's a discussion for next week.
Go
Yes.
out and see Mortal Kombat 2, which was directed by an Australian and was filmed in Australia, and support local creative
Support
industries.
Australian jobs.
Yes. Yeah. Go see it at the cinema. Yeah. All right. Thanks for joining us. Thanks, Jill. Thanks, Gonky.
Dion.
Thanks, chat.
Doc.
We'll see you all next week. Go out and watch some more Maul.
Yeah.
Get some Maul for it. It's Revenge of the
Get some
Sith.
Maul in ya.
Revenge of the 5th or 6th. Whatever. Watch it.
Whatever you. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We'll see you all next week.
Hey guys.
Bye.
Bye.
I wanna live circle downtown. I wanna look out my window, see 'em flying, and swing across the horizon as I cheer 'em on so proud. Deep-powered girl keeps staring at her face, and call Colossus and have him teach me ways, and then we'd exercise. I'd be one of the guys. Martial arts from Iron Fist and Wall, I'll dance her up and teach her all my songs. Oh, I wanna live in a world full of heroes, not cooking up these heroes at my parents' restaurant now. I wanna yell out Avengers, I say